Hey guys, welcome to the MrMaple Show. I'm Matt.
Hey guys, I'm Tim. Hit that like button, we'd really appreciate it. Today, we're in Boring, Oregon at Don Schmidt Nursery to do a cultivar highlight on Acer palmatum Kurohime. Now guys, if you don't know anything about us at MrMaple.com, we're a mail order business. We ship directly to your door. So go sign up for our weekly emails on MrMaple.com. And if you really love these videos, shop with us. We'd really appreciate it.
We had to get this one on camera today. Kurohime is looking amazing right now. As you can see, we're here in a row of these, and they have that just amazing glow going on right now. That secondary color has already gotten a little bit green. That pink to red new growth is really showing out over top of these, giving them almost an ethereal quality right now. An amazing dwarf compact tree with a ton of interesting color.
Now the spring color is just that amazing pink. It's just making this plant glow. And that's the new growth. The older growth is like a bluish shade of green, which is so unreal, like this really nice emerald shade of green. It is outstanding. The two colors on top of each other just creates like that glowing effect like Matt was talking about. Kurohime is a small dwarf Japanese maple with a really dense compact habit. And that makes it a great tree for the landscape, great tree for containers, great tree for bonsai. Really just, you can use this anywhere in the landscape or garden. It stays very tight, dense, and compact.
I'm a huge fan of this one. Again, I always let people know, we always sell these grafted. If you're a bonsai guy, you could always ear layer or do a rooted cutting of this one, but I think it'd be a fun one for bonsai. It definitely is a premium choice for that container garden. Not only are you gonna have all that intense color, you can bring it up to the patio or landscape. Again, deciduous splash on this one is gonna be at a premium for that conifer garden as well. You get some unreal shades of pink, lavender, green, dark green. Like, I don't know what you even call this tree if you're trying to describe the color of it right now. There's so much contrast going on within one dwarf Japanese maple.
Shout out to Eric Schmidt, who's let us film out here today. He said this tree is just growing on. And just like us, the summer is one of his favorite times because during the summer, you get some really nice flushes of growth over top of that emerald green. And it's just outstanding plant in the spring, in the summer. And it really is underrated for its fall color as well, which for us can often give you some really nice shades of oranges to reds.
Yeah, I like this one for anywhere in the small area garden. It's been getting really popular for the fairy garden or the railroad garden. I've had a lot of customers who contact us, put this one in a fairy garden. And with that like otherworldly color, you can see why. I mean, it's gonna fit in any aesthetic where you're looking for a flashy, colorful dwarf that's gonna bring high intensity, high drama to a small compact space.
Now the name Kurohime, Kuro has been translated as Black Princess, but really Kuro is a deep, dark shade of red in Japanese. And so it's really saying deep, dark red princess out there in the landscape. Really awesome, tight, compact dwarf. One of the things I like about this tree too is while it does form a rounded habit, as this tree ages, it can often get a little more height to it. And it just gives it such an amazing plant. I mean, I know we've got a good specimen of these out at Hillstone Arboretum and Maplewood Gardens, but this is quickly becoming one of my favorite Japanese maples because it's so uniquely different from many of the other dwarfs.
Oh, it's going to provide a ton of contrast. I mean, put this near anything, red or green, your standout is going to be amazing. If you're pairing this with something like Macaulay Etsubusa or Rhode Island Red, anywhere you're putting in the landscape, it's going to stand out color pattern-wise against other Japanese maples and just give you a really interesting aesthetic. It's got all the flash of something like Geisha Gone Wild, especially when it's in this two-tone color pattern. Not a variegated plant, but it brings it to that level of flashiness.
Yeah, there's two different tones of colors that it provides out there in the landscape. Just grabs your attention. I mean, you can't go by this plant and not see this in the garden. You're going to walk over to it and appreciate the beauty that Kurohime provides out there. I mean, an excellent dwarf Japanese maple you should definitely put out in your garden.
I love it for its small foliage too. I mean, it's got some different textures going on that really adds a layering aspect. Makes this one just look like a small mountain that has so much color going on. It's one that you can add really to any space in the garden, but it's going to be one I recommend putting where you can get up close and interact with it. It's going to work zones 5 through 9 and very durable plant for us.
So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this cultivar highlight. We like to get out and show people specimens out in the landscape and garden so you can really enjoy the shape that these trees provide and you can understand what shape is going to make in your garden. So I hope you've enjoyed us with this awesome specimen of rows of specimens of Kurohime where I've got for you on film.
Guys, special thanks to Eric Schmidt for letting us film out here today at Don Schmidt Nursery. And if we've earned it, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We put out daily content here on the MrMaple Show. There's always something new happening here. And the best way to get notified is actually to hit the bell if we've done well.
Take care,
God bless,
and have a good day.